Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Killer Is Me by Alice in Chains from their live MTV Unplugged session. This is part of my new-ish series where I am taking albums from my Apple Music playlist and actually finishing the albums. You see, for most of my life, I've been the kind of person who I'll hear a song on the radio or somebody will play a song for me, right? And I'll like the song and I'll add the song to my playlist, but I'll never go and explore the rest of the album. I don't know. I've just never been like an album completionist. And so I'm looking to change that because there's a lot of artists I like out there that I've only heard one or two songs from. So I'm looking to really expand my knowledge and appreciation of bands that I know I like, or at least like a song from. So, with that said, if you've seen any of my Alice in Chains reactions so far, you know that I consider myself an Alice in Chains fan. They are my favorite grunge band, I think, of all time. I say I think because, there's some great grunge bands out there, but, I always come back to, like, Alice in Chains as being my favorite. But even then, like, growing up, I remember my mom or my dad, one of my parents, both of my parents, one of them, whoever, bought me like Alice in Chains Greatest Hits. One of the albums, it was one with the guy like getting punched in the face. I remember that one. I had that on CD and I remember listening to it, but I would always like skip songs I didn't know and just like listen to the singles that would always come on the radio. So again, I don't know why I've always been like that, but that's just how I am. So trying to finish off some albums that are just loose in my playlist here. And so that, this Alice in Chains Unplugged MTV thing is one of those albums that's just been sitting in my playlist unfinished. And so looking to fix that. Previously, you probably saw me, hopefully, listen to Brother. I had to block out the music video, which is why you won't see it here. All you'll see is like this card from Genius. It's just going to save me some editing time down the line. But yeah, really excited to listen to this one. Let's jump right in. Killer Is Me, Alice in Chains. Here we go. I am watching the performance just because I feel like it's really going to enhance it that much more. Just in a separate window, so you guys can't see it, unfortunately. So anyway, here we go.
Ooh, something like this. Wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here you go. The senator don't love no drug program. You've been a dopehead for 30 years. The senator don't like no women. He prefers young boys in leather. It's called The Killer Is Me. Thank you. Thanks. It was really fun. I wish I could just hug you all, but I'm not gonna.
Very cool, man. To have seen that like when it first aired, I think would have been absolutely amazing. I feel like I'm gonna say a lot of the same things I said during my brother reaction. Uh, Namely that like I feel like this is a song where Jerry Cantrell does a lot of the heavy lifting, and again I always got to preface that with like not taking away anything from Lane Staley. I recognize that he is one of the great rock vocalists of all time, but I think just watching the performance, like I feel like Jerry really took the reins here. I think vocally, while having Lane just kind of provide more so like backup vocals for him, right? And so I always come back to the fact that like yes, Alice in Chains is I think Lane Staley, right? Like when you think of Alice in Chains, you think of Lane Staley. At least most people do. But I think you also need to think of Jerry Cantrell because he's got a great voice. I think he sounds fantastic here, which I guess I'll get into. Let me follow the normal order that I normally do. So let's start with those lyrics. Let's break the song down piece by piece. So the lyrics are really interesting as well. So it says, "Don't need a gun pointed at me, no need to run. Killer is me, killer is me. So the sun shines upon me, I'm having fun. The killer is me. Insane the mind in the name of me, can't find the time to let things be. Insane the mind in the name of me, can't find the time to let things be. Let things be." Yeah, I mean, even just like as I was listening to it, I was like, I'm not sure what this song is about, other than like I'm guilty of murder, unless uh, perhaps it is more about like sort of killing yourself, if that makes sense. Like I don't need anyone else to point a gun at me, right? Like I'm self-destructive, I think. So that's kind of how I'm reading it upon the first listen, but I'm not too sure. Um, and that would make also sense in verse 2. He says, "Insane the mind in the name of me, can't find the time to let things be." So again, kind of sort of wallowing in this sort of depression, right? Like, or even insanity. So that, or they are a killer, they've murdered someone else, and they are insane, and that's why they did it. I mean, I don't know, there's a couple ways I think you can read it so far. um, "Oh yeah, can I start over? Oh yeah, can I start over and get over it?" And again, that's why I come back to, well, again, you could also read that as like, can I get over my crimes? Can I like sort of move on from it? Or can I get over the like depression or anxieties that are sort of afflicting me? "So the sun shines upon me, I'm having fun. The killer is me, the killer is me, the killer is me. Oh yeah, can I start over? Oh yeah, I start over and get over it. Let things be." So, I mean, yeah, I mean, with a name like "The Killer Is Me," it's like, okay, is it that, yeah, I've murdered someone? It's maybe from the perspective of this person who maybe went insane, was driven to violence, or is it like, hey, I'm sort of being driven to violence against myself, right? I don't need anyone else to um, destroy me because I'm already self-destructive. So I don't know. I think lyrically, I maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but I'm like, man, I think there's a few ways that you could take it. So I mean, lyrically, I'll give it a thumb up. Why not? I thought it was pretty interesting and well written. And then as far as the instrumentation and vocals go, as I was alluding to earlier, really like Jerry Cantrell and what he brings vocally to this particular song, and I enjoy what he brings to Alice in Chains in general. I've said before that he is much of Alice in Chains' identity, if not more so than Lane Staley, right? And I don't, again, not taking anything away from Lane Staley, because one of the greatest vocalists of all time. But I just think Jerry sounds great here. I like Lane in sort of the backup role. I love Lane Staley in the lead vocals role, but I think he does well here with a more muted kind of toned down role here. Instrumentally, this one sounds great. Similar to Brother, I feel like the drums were a nice, like, addition to the song without overwhelming. You know, you hear a lot of acoustic versions of songs, and it's just uh, two guys, two vocalists, and two guitars, right? Like, so it's nice to kind of have drums that I think really fit with the mood that the song is going for. I think the bass as well was really, really good. Just that deep sort of richness that I think worked really well in that acoustic setting. And then the guitars, I think both rhythm and the lead, I think worked really well here. There was this nice little riff that is kind of repeated throughout the song that I think just really makes it that much more interesting and really kind of hooked me from the start. So that was really nice. I think instrumentally, vocally, this song was absolutely solid start to finish. I'm going to give it 2 big thumbs up for that. And as far as replay value goes, this one is easily making the playlist. I think, you know, I'm really excited to actually sit down and listen to this album and maybe even watch the performance from start to finish, because the songs that I do know kind of coming into this, you know, Rooster and Wood and Nutshell and Over Now, those songs that I have heard, I really like them. And so to kind of catch up with the rest of the songs that I haven't heard from this performance, I'm really looking forward to it. So anyway, guys, hey, that's going to be 2 thumbs up for replay value. And as always, if you enjoyed the music, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. If you'd like to support me and my channel, if you like what you see, like what I'm doing here, let me know about it. You know, like and subscribe and comment. Let me know what you think of this sort of new series. And let me know what else you'd like to hear, because I'm always taking your requests. You can even check the description if you'd like to follow me on Twitch, TikTok, or Instagram. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me today, at least. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.